I think you're amazing.
You are too, Henry.
Thank you so much. Well, Perry, you are awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, and I appreciate you what you're doing too, buddy.
Well, thank you. Because if you allow the world to define you, if you allow friends to define you, if you allow your spouse to define you, or anybody to define you outside of how God sees you, that does open the door to rejection. God bless you. And I hope y'all have an amazing day.
Thank you, Brother Henry.
Thank
you.
God bless you too. Thank you for having us.
Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show. And I'm your host today, filling in for Brother Henry, obviously. We have the amazing author, Natasha Ellison. Thank you for coming on the show, Natasha.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm truly excited about this. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So tell us a little bit about your book, Fire for the Journey.
Yes, so it pretty much started out with really just being an inspiration to people, even at work, in certain situations. Like I used to work for a home care company, and I would put up quotes every day of things I would just have on my heart to put up. And I'll just put them like on a chalkboard, and they're like, wow, this is really inspirational. And so, I started to utilize those particular quotes and put them on Facebook as well. So it's been a compilation of things that I've said from 2013 all the way up to 2019. And I just put it all in a book. Spirit told me to go ahead and put it in a book. I was hesitant at first because I'm an introvert extrovert. So for me to just like, hey, this is, show the world what it is that you have on your mind and your heart, it was a little scary at first, but I went ahead and I published it, and I released it in June of 2021. So, and it all came from just certain sayings that Spirit gave me to say to encourage other people during those years of my life, from 2013 to 2019.
That's exciting. So when I hear Fire for the Journey, I think about the fire to push through in the resistance and the pushback. Is it part of that?
Yeah, because we go through it enough every single day of our lives. We need to be replenished. We get a lot of us pour out more than probably didn't receive back. And so I believe this was, to keep us burning, to keep us thriving, to keep us wanting to live a joyful and fruitful and, plentiful type of life. I mean, it's really up to us at the end of the day about what it is that we're allowing in our garden, which is our mind. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Well, I'm a life coach as well. And, the Lord, kind of similarly with me as well, speaking words of affirmation and words to push through. And because there will be resistance, right? There will be. And the fire, of course, comes from the Lord. He is the fire, and we have him. And so, my first question was, what inspired you to write the book? You've answered that. And then secondly, do you have a favorite chapter in the book? How did you put this into chapters? And now I personally haven't read the book yet, and so I apologize for that. So, but how did you set the book up, and what is your favorite part about it?
Well, the book really isn't set up with chapters.
Okay.
It's mainly, I have different areas of motivation, I would say. And then for each quote, there's a blurb behind each quote, and there's a place for people to write their thoughts.
Ooh, I love that. So almost like journaling too? Like it could be someone's journal. Oh, That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I mean, because I think that's important. Sometimes we, what are we feeling at the time or what it is we're reading? That's major. And to go back and then go back and look at it again, wow, I was dealing with this at this time. I've grown, from a different place of where I was before to now, even reading after that. So that's really what it is, to remind us of the growth.
Yes.
Growth and maturity.
And you know what? I am big about celebrating the wins. We can look back and say, wow, I wrote this in 2017. Look where I am today. And we can build our courage and even build our faith to say, I am my better now, and my best now really does look better than my best then. Like,
yeah.
Good job, girl. Like, high five, right? You're doing it.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So, do you have testimonies? So, you published the book, did you say, in 2021?
Yes.
Okay.
And
so, do you have testimonies of people who've read your book and are inspired? What are some of the testimonies that are coming in for the listeners today that may be thinking, I kind of like to order this, I'm not sure? What are some things that would inspire them or have inspired your readers thus far?
Well, I know when I first started out, like I stated, and putting the book out, I had a couple of my employees where I previously worked. They actually had Bible study groups that they were going to utilize the book and teach from. So they've been teaching from the quotes and expounding on them, as well as I've used for at least half a year. I taught out of my book, and it really caused a lot of people to actually go out and buy the book, because they were like, I have to get this book because I want to make sure that I'm following along, that I'm able to jot down the notes as well. And so obviously, just talking about those particular quotes, having like some type of conversation after during the midweek huddle that we have, really inspired people. It got them going based on the quotes that we were dealing with those particular Wednesdays. And then I've had other people that listen in other countries that have actually asked about the book as well. And so, which is a good thing. But like I said, a lot of people have taught from, a lot of people that I know personally have taught from the book, or have spoken, close friends, and say they go back and they need to get a refresh when they're going through a situation, and feel that, hey, I didn't look at myself this way before, I need this now.
Yes.
I feel like I can continue to go on. I'm not losing, I'm really winning. That's the type of change, the perspective change that takes place with Fire for the Journey.
That's awesome. As a life coach myself, I mentor women, and one of the key things that I think sometimes we're missing in the church is the power of writing. The power of, I have notebooks all over my house, my Bible, and I teach women to write and let the Spirit of the Lord flow and allow yourself to write. There's a power in it. And I'm so excited that I get to be a part of your interview today, because I write and I'm a writer as well. And I did not know that about your book. So yet again, another confirmation. So I have to let the viewers know I run a healing ranch in Missouri, and Brother Henry reached out to me and said, hey, would you be willing to interview Natasha about her book, Fire for the Journey? And I said, yes, I will. Yes, because I have a horse named Fire. That was his name when he came. I have a second horse named Flame, and that was his name when he came. And I said, yes, I have to interview Natasha. Yes, I do. So Fire for the Journey, how did that title come to you?
Oh, God. God gave me the title. At first, it was going to be something else, and it had changed maybe like 2 or 3 more times. And I'm like, all right, what is it that you want me to say for this title?
Mm-hmm.
And it was Fire for the Journey, even down to the picture of the book, the front of the cover. Spirit had already given me what that was supposed to look like, and I had to explain that to the individual that had created my picture, because I see a lot, and so whatever it is I see the spirit give me,
Yes,
then I said, hey, make this happen, and he did a wonderful job.
that's amazing.
That came.
Yeah. So you conveyed to him what it should look like, and he created that.
Yes.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. So how would you describe your book in one word? In one word, how would you describe your book?
Life.
Life. Yeah. Life. That's exciting.
Life. Yes.
That is wonderful. So let us know, Natasha, where can we get the book? And how do we connect with you on social media? Say somebody is like, you know what? I need some encouragement. I want to clean my feed up, my social media up. How do they follow you? What platforms are you on? And help us connect with you.
Sure. So I'm also a bishop in the Lord's Church. So you can find me on Come Alive Outreach on my Facebook page. It's called Come Alive Outreach. I also am a certified life coach as well. And under Design for Destiny on Facebook, it's DEZINED, the number 4, and then Destiny. I'm also Natasha Ellison on my Facebook page as well.
So is your Natasha Ellison, is that a profile or is that a page? Because I'm learning the difference now. Personal profile?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then you can purchase my book on Amazon. It's right on Amazon for everyone. It's $15. I also have it on Amazon Kindle as well. And you can actually purchase it personally for me as well. You can reach out to me and I'll give it to you as well, signed and everything else. Put a message in there for you as well.
Well, Perry, you are awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, and I appreciate what you're doing too, buddy.
Well, thank you. Because if you allow the world to define you, if you allow friends to define you, if you allow your spouse to define you, or anybody to define you outside of how God sees you, that does open the door to rejection. God bless you. I hope y'all have an amazing day.
Thank you, Brother Henry.
Thank you.
God bless you too. Thank you for having me.